Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the SnackBar podcast. I'm StarSpawn, and today's a very special day. This is the new season of the SnackBar podcast, and you'll notice some changes from the last time. So I would first like to introduce my co-host, starting with right above me, up there, Jackie Quacky. Hello, Jackie. There she is.
Oh,
And to her left, which might be the right, I don't know, but my left would be Shine. How you doing, Shine?
good. How are you? Hi, guys.
There she is. And then under her is the one, the only Onyx Guard 109.
Hello.
How you doing, Onyx? Good?
Well, man, I'm ready to talk.
Yeah, you look like it. My man's always ready. He's got the
Ready to
gas,
talk.
all right? He's always
I'm ready
ready.
to go.
So it was an exciting week this week. After pretty slow news leading up to now, we finally got a trailer for the Op 6 Drop 2, which is a mid-season content drop. We were told about it, but we were given very little details. So they finally came out with a trailer, and this is the trailer right here.
Operation 6 just got a whole lot better. Set in the Tomb of the Unknowns at the center of Ethera, Tomb is an all-new, somber, and eerie map designed for intimate fights. Love him or hate him, you can always count on Chairman Prescott to do whatever is necessary to achieve victory.
I will protect humanity at any cost.
Powerful and ferocious, the Locust Disciple is a foot soldier in Ukon's army of monsters. It's time to avenge the fallen. Operation 6 continues.
Okay. Okay, so that was the trailer. What did everybody think? Jackie?
A lot of information, a lot of exciting stuff for. I'm definitely looking forward to playing on some new maps.
I bet. What about you, Shine?
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I can't wait to try the new map. I can't wait to try Execution 2.0, see how that works out. Ever since they took out Gridiron and Execution, I feel like it's going to be a really fun playlist coming in with the new drop.
And what about you, Onyx Guard? I know you're happy.
Yeah, the trailer looks brilliant. Any critique, I'd probably have said I think they should have threw in more in the trailer than the blog post. Blog post has everything in it.
Mm-hmm.
The trailer needed a little bit more in there. They showed the map. The map looks awesome. I can't wait to play. It's like a Gears 1 style / relic / there's a bunch of maps you could it's got sort of influence on. It looks awesome.
Well, ever since they pulled the people doing, I guess that they were working on the escape maps, and they pulled those resources and started putting them into the PvP side. The Nexus, what's the other one that came?
Regency.
Regency, and then now this new map. They really have that classic Gears aesthetic.
Yeah.
It has the flavor of the older Gears games, to me anyway. Which
It's
is
like dark and gloomy,
Yes.
and I like that. That's very Gearsy to me. The dark, the gloomy.
and it's
The
different
feeling.
than the Gears 4 maps, which seem to be more colorful. Just a
Regency's
different
little-
style. What'd you think of Regency?
It's a little bright.
Yeah.
Regency hurts my head a little bit, but
Do you
I
pre-
like Nexus, one of my favorite maps.
so you prefer
love
Nexus?
I love Nexus.
Yeah.
Nexus is a good one.
All the way. I'd pick Nexus
Yeah.
all day over
Me
Regency.
too.
Although I do love both the maps and the creativity they put into both of them. The Emulsion and Nexus. It's awesome, and I love the little things they did with it to make it unique.
My only complaint about Nexus really is the weapons, the power weapons. I wish they would not have boom shot on every round, because I feel like when I play Nexus, you have to get the boom shot. So the initial on that
Right.
map is very limited, where everybody rushes the boom shot and then they throw the frags immediately, and then you just got to try to get in there
hotspot.
before you get blown up. And then you got a torque bow on the other side every other round, but the Scorcher's over there, which is a fun weapon to
Yeah.
use, but it's
It
not
is
exactly.
powerful.
There's too many cubbies for the Scorcher. Like, you get trapped, like,
Mhm.
really easily.
Yeah.
It just doesn't have the same pull that a boom shot does. Everyone goes boom shot when the Scorcher's there. Sometimes you'll get a split, maybe 2 to torque and then 3 to boom. But I feel like it.
No, I go to Scorcher.
Do you?
That thing is powerful on an active. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's a cruel
It
weapon.
is. It is. You can take out the whole team with an active Scorcher.
I'd like to see something else over there. I saw the video of them designing or talking about when they were designing the map. Do you remember that, Onyx Guard? Did you see it? And he was saying that the sight lines on there were such that if they put snipers on there, it was slowing down the progress of movement or something. So they don't like having ranged weapons on there. So maybe just put replace it with a drop shot every other round, maybe, or just something to break up the
Something
boom
different.
always being there. Regency though, I like the map a lot. You got Embar on there, and then you got drop and boom on the other side, and then torque bow. So it's not exactly a sniper, but you got a mid-range sniper type weapon with the Embar. But it is a large map too. Like,
it counters it with the map. The map is ridiculously big, which is good because it's open space to use and lots of cover as well. It's well.
It reminds me of Hotel. Like, I get like Hotel vibes from like the layout. I like that.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see Hotel in Gears 5 eventually. What do you think, Onyx Guard? You think they would put it in there since it's already on Gears 4?
Honestly, I think they're gonna, through feedback, I think they're gonna attempt to stay away from those sort of maps.
Really?
That's what I think from now on. Management's sort of changed and staff have gone and, things have changed. Who knows? I mean, they might still do it, but I can see them going forward with mostly new maps.
I hope so.
I mean, the talent is there. I mean, I don't know if you remember in Gears 4 when we kept having ports, and all of a sudden we had, I think it was Dawn. Dawn was a brand new freshman, and Dawn was quite a well-made map as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the talent is there, and it just seems so wasted when you have ported maps come in the game. And the maps like Regency, Nexus is a beautiful map, and you've got whole, even like I like the base maps like Asylum and stuff. They're really well made.
I liked Asylum as well.
Mm.
Well, also in this trailer, we were introduced to some new characters, starting off with the one and only Richard Prescott. I called him Chairman Prescott. I didn't know his name was Richard. I'll just call him Dick Prescott, I guess. I don't know. But my man has not been in the Gears game as a playable character since UE. And he was the... That's one thing that I don't think they really capture with the new campaign, is having that person in authority that is obviously doing things wrong, but even though he's doing it in the name of good, he's still doing things that are wrong. And that the balance of Marcus being the guy doing everything that's right and risking his life for duty, basically. And then you got Prescott, who's just throwing soldiers into the meat grinder, not really caring. And they both are on the same team, though. And that difference really it caused, as far as the storyline goes, it caused like this tension in there that was identifiable. It was relatable. Jen, there's a lot of mystery around her. Like, how did she get that position? What's the deal with the fertility program, how Anya died, and there's a lot of just things that are there that aren't. She doesn't have the same authority that Prescott did for me. I don't know if it's just more of a nostalgia for the old games or something, but I can tell you, I'm happy he's in the game. I used to use him on UE just because he was the asshole or whatever, so why not? So I'm kind of excited. I'll use him. I'm curious to know what his voice lines are going to be. I'm hoping he's going to have a good laugh, and good,
Yes.
sayings. I don't know why I like the sayings so much, but I'll just like spam
them.
laughing
Yeah.
and stuff, just to be a dick.
Boo!
But old Dick Prescott, I'm excited, and he's got better hair right now. He's I wish I would have. I wish I could have kept that much myself, but
There.
I see myself in you, Prescott. And then next we have this disciple drone,
Oh,
which he's a very good character model. This is a character that's coming over from Tactics. It says here, Locust Disciples are enhanced drones that form the powerful front line of Ukon's army, furious survivors of Ukon's experiments on Locust troops. The Disciples wear an injection harness that delivers emulsion directly to their bloodstream. My man's mainlining emulsion. Okay, I don't know what that does, but he looks he looks like he's got
mean.
2 armfuls. Okay,
he looks good. I like the creativity put into him. He looks mean. He's just. I love it.
His armor has that Locust feel to it as well.
Yeah.
You can definitely tell that this is a different mindset than the Swarm as far as character design goes. It's pretty good. I wish I would have played Tactics more to know the lore behind it, and maybe I could understand more of the design. But overall, it's a great character. I'm hoping that he's gonna. Or Onyx Card, do you know if he's gonna be a skin for another character, or is this gonna be a brand new character? Do you know?
I think it's going to be on its own, similar to the Zealot. Like, I think all the tactic stuff, if they put any more over, I don't know. But
we'll get Ukon, right?
I think so. I don't see why not. I think Op 7, I think we'll look at Ukon probably. But there's still, like, the Cantus and stuff that's in tactics that have got emulsion running through them as well. There's loads of characters on there that they could do. There's even... with like the new PvE changes, they could have done wretches with the emulsion running through them as well. There's loads of characters in that game. It's a brilliant game. Tactics is. I still haven't had a chance to finish it. I'm too busy, but it's anyone who enjoys that sort of game, and different Horde characters, and it's.
So what would that be, like a turn-based RPG?
It's turn-based, yeah.
So that would be the official. Category of it, but it's much different than Gears, and it does utilize the Gears lore and the characters, but the style of gameplay it's its own game, which it's encouraging though that the Coalition can branch out and keep a continuity of Gears across different style or different categories of games. So I
like the way they did it. Especially with like Gears Pop as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I play Gears Pop a lot on my phone. It's just the tactical way to do things. I like that they did that. It's a different little twist with Gears.
Strategic.
And I like it. Yeah, I like the strategics of it.
Onyx Guard, what is the last day to play Gears Pop? Do you know? It's this month, right? Or is it done already?
I
thought it was. Oh no.
I'm not sure. I think it's next month, to be honest.
Next month?
I think so.
Yeah,
it's definitely the next couple of months, but it's a shame, really. It is a good game. It's quite funny to play. It's just a shame. Blast. Yeah, it's just a shame the way it's had to just go like that. It was a bit of a shock to everybody, I think. Everyone loves it. I mean, it's free as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, next we get to the new map. It's called Tomb. And it looks like a Gears map. I mean, and I don't mean that, I'm not trying to be sarcastic there, but, we've gotten some different styles of maps from Coalition over the Gears 4 and 5. This one, the aesthetic of it looks like it could have came out of Gears 3 or Gears 2. Probably Gears 2. And, I'm hoping that they put together a great map again. I'm assuming they did the same style that they did, but with Nexus and Regency, where they did a lot of play testing. They made sure the lines of sight were good. Everything's balanced. So me personally, I get most excited for a new map.
Oh, me too.
That to me is like a new game almost. So this is what I'm most excited about. I would have liked to have more maps. Obviously, everybody would, but
I can tell you who made that map as well.
Yeah,
it was Strangulator made that map.
Really?
Wow.
Interesting.
And he's an ex-pro player, and he's built that map, and It looks very interesting
Amazing.
to play. Yeah.
He was the second person I ever followed on Twitch, and he's the second person I ever subbed to on Twitch.
Wow.
And this would have
That's
been in like
awesome.
2016. He doesn't stream anymore now. He is, I believe, he's back in school. He left the coalition, but he's gonna be working in gaming for the foreseeable future, and he's got a bright career ahead of him, I'm sure. This map's going to be amazing. If he had anything to do with it, then he knows. He was one when he left the coalition. I was kind of depressed. I was hoping he was going to get promoted within the coalition, and that he would stay there because I trust him. I trust him to work on the game. And yeah, unfortunately, the way the coalition works with contracts, you can only be on contract with them for so long, and then they have to release you. And I guess you have to sign another contract with them. I believe that it's more for if you're not an official employee, then they don't have to give you the same benefits. So they use contractors, which are by contract, And then once the contract's up, you move on, I guess, or whatever. But hopefully he'll be. Who knows? They might bring him back. But at least he has some legacy on here of actually designing a map. It's amazing. Next, we're going to go to the PvP. All right, I'm just going to read this. We know it, you know it. There's always an appeal for single life modes and gears. In early 2020, we introduced Gridiron, a single life mode intended to address the void left by the removal of execution in Warzone. Gridiron was popular for a brief time, but we continue to see players asking for execution. So without further ado, we would like to introduce Execution 2.0. All right, Shine, did you play Execution at all on PS4?
Yes, it was one of my favorite modes, actually. Execution, Escalation. When Gridiron came out, I was playing Gridiron. I love game modes where you have to play for your life.
Really?
And you have to be strategical about it. Yeah, it was more intense for me, and it kept me on my toes, and it was just, I loved it. I loved everything about the single life.
Have you
playing for your life, playing better?
Have you played it, Jackie?
Yeah, Execution and Dodgeball are probably two of my favorite game modes. I think because I like the stress, of being like one of the last people alive. I don't know, it makes me do better usually. So I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Well, back in the day, like in the early days of Gears, like Gears 1, back then you couldn't learn how to play as easily as you can now. Now you can go on Twitch, you can go on YouTube, and you can learn mechanics that way. But back then you couldn't. And one of something that was important for me was playing Execution, getting killed, and then spectating my teammates and seeing like what they did, how did they play, and I learned so much from that.
Right.
Yeah, I believe the evolution of being able to learn how to play has caused people to kind of get away from the single life. Also, the thing with trying to get clips, if you're into doing content, if you get killed, then you can't really, so if you're playing those respawn game modes all the time, it gives you more of a chance to pick up a snipe, for instance, and then try to get some blindies without really affecting the whole game. But there is something to say about getting those clutches in Execution. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and read the difference here. In the original version of Execution, the goal was simple. Eliminate the enemy team in a single round. However, this often caused stalemate situations, which slowed the pace of the game. With Execution 2.0, we're adding overtime, a stalemate-breaking element. Overtime begins after a standard 2-minute round, at which point a ring appears on the map. Teams have 30 seconds to capture the ring or eliminate the other team to win the round. If the ring is being contested at the end of the first 30 seconds, then overtime continues until the ring is cleared or captured or a team's eliminated. The ring capture time is a standard 5 seconds. If neither team captures the ring or is in the process of capturing the ring after 30 seconds, then the team with the most players alive wins the round. If both teams have the same number of players alive at the end of 30 seconds, then the round ends in a stalemate. That's kind of disappointing to me that they would still have a stalemate. They should probably just add a double overtime or something, because you're talking about single life eliminations, and the odds of you getting into that sweaty of a game where everyone is literally hiding everywhere, I guess it could happen, but I don't know. We'll just have to play it to see.
Implement something like that'll force people to go after each other instead of stay like away and hiding.
That's the thing.
Like,
I was just gonna say, with the like you just said, force people into a fight. That's what that ring's for. They did a play test with the footage. You can see how it changes sort of the game itself. It's 4v4, and all of a sudden it's 2v2, and a ring appears. You know, if that's a way of instantly winning the game, you're gonna run for it straight away. And if you've got a power weapon, you've got even more chance of winning that ring or just killing the other two. So I think stalemate chances are probably super low. Now there's a ring, but I could be wrong. It depends. Could depend on what map. It could depend on it. Maybe if 2v2 pro players play against each other, they might play it completely different to how we play it, or it could go anywhere at all.
I can tell you. So we've seen like something similar to this in Gunfight on Call of Duty, and that you capture the flag in that one. So same idea, but it definitely drives the, oh shoot, let me go capture that. And it kind of forces you to fight. Sometimes people hide, but just from playing that game and seeing this similar style, it's not really a problem. I think a stalemate is like a last resort. I don't think you're gonna see it that often because people want to go capture that easy win, you know?
Right.
Well, I'm curious to know where the rings are going to pop up. Are they going to be the same as in King of the Hill, for instance? And then I saw some criticism on Twitter where a guy said, well, all they're going to do is camp where the ring is going to be, and then no one's going to fight until the ring pops up. I don't know if I agree with that, because I think people are still going to go after power weapons.
I think it's all speculation until we get to have the playlist in and we can see how people play it. We're just going to have to see. I think you'll see a lot more people be more aggressive than standoffish. Yeah. Especially trying out the new game mode.
And plus it's in social. It's not ranked yet. So
Right. So I mean, they're gonna go all out. It's not like they're gonna hide because it's ranked. I got my rank on the line. No, it's a quick play. It's something to play around with. So I think that we're gonna see some good things from it. Honestly.
I'm excited.
I'm very excited.
Yep.
Well, it says here, this Versus weekly event will run for 2 weeks and run alongside a special medal group. There's 4 challenges here. It's 25,000 damage, 50 eliminations, complete 15 rounds, and perform 10 executions. And then at the end, you get 4,000 gears coins. So it's no character or anything. It's just coins, I guess. What's everyone's coins looking like?
Got too many.
Yeah.
I got like over 400,000.
Really?
Something like that. Well, because I haven't really dug too much into Horde and Escape, and I should. So I haven't really utilized all of my Gears coins to upgrade cards and stuff like that. So I have a bunch.
Yep,
and I'll buy like a blood spray or a character or an emote, something like that with them. But I guarantee you, if I was an avid Horde and Escape player, I probably would be at 0.
Yeah.
Just upgrading every card.
I bet, Onyx Guard, you probably don't have any coins, do you? Do you buy cards all the time?
I buy cards all the time, but the way I play it in, like, once I finished a tour, I go for Legends, which gives you coins back. So you get a return either way. So I kind of grind that out. I mean, I know at Embry starred in the community, he was like Legend 200 and something, like he had ridiculous amount of coins on the last half. And someone actually reached, I think it was, I could be wrong, but I think it was like 700 or something. Some random card. I don't know who the name is, but they said it on the stream. I was gobsmacked. Like, that's a lot of grinding. That's everywhere. But I've still got about 100,000, something like that. It's not crazy amount, but it's still enough to get characters when they come out.
Oh yeah. I'm sitting at like 270, I think 270,000. But I bought a few characters. I haven't bought any Horde stuff at all. Hopefully they'll come up with some more creative ways for us to use these coins for people that don't play Horde. I don't know what they could come up with really. I know they made some of the characters much more expensive for coins, but it was still like 10,000. That's a lot, I guess, but not really if you got 200,000.
Right.
Because
I've got more.
I would like to use them. I wonder who the first billionaire is going to be, though. Or no, it'd be millionaire.
Right.
It'd be millionaire.
Billion.
I'm sure somebody.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's no way someone's getting a billion on there, but a million I could see. Nobody's going to get
I don't
1,000
know.
million.
Maybe somebody will.
That's a lot of
After
coins.
seeing this, who's going to be the first millionaire?
That's like Scrooge
You know.
McDuck. Like Scrooge McDuck swimming through the coin vault. All right, next we're going to go to the PvP tweaks. And Drop 2 will be adding control to quick play, which I know Onyx Guard's really happy about. What do you think, Shine? Did you like it?
I loved it.
Did you?
I think there could be a lot done with it. Yeah, I mean, it pushes people to use their cover and like, say like if you're in King of the Hill, right? It's just a small ring, you know, you just fight for that ring. But whereas in Control, there's different pieces of cover that people probably didn't even really utilize in King of the Hill that they could use with this and you know, become a better player and know how to play those corners and those types of things. You know, like like right now, like you'll even see on Twitch, people are doing wagers with Control. You're seeing so many different things done with Control. I think it's a brilliant idea. I enjoyed it. A lot of the pros are enjoying it. People on Twitter, Twitch, they're streaming it. They're doing wagers. They're doing a bunch of stuff with it. So I enjoy it, and I think it's really good.
What do you think, Jackie? You play King of the Hill a lot, don't you?
Yeah, I'm definitely that objective player. So Control was different for me because I play a lot of King of the Hill. So naturally, I just want to expect it to be the same. There's definitely some things that I would have done differently with it as far as like ring control. I feel like if you have more people from your team in it, it shouldn't be contested. I feel like if you have control, you should be getting the points for it. But
That's a good
to
point.
Shine's point, there's a lot of corners. So you'll be like, hey, why am I not capping points? But it's because somebody's using an angle, forcing you to go find them, moving you from your safe spot. But I like that. It's different. I like it. I'm definitely looking forward to it.
That's interesting, though, because that comes down to the size of the ring, really. They have to make that ring just a little, maybe smaller, so people, because I know exactly what you're talking about. There's certain parts of the map when that ring comes up where you can sit right on the corner and hide.
Like Reactor, there's a spot down the stairs, like behind a wall. It's literally like a little corner, but someone's touching it and you're like, why am I not capping the ring? But now you have to go find them, figure out why, and now there's a whole team behind you and
well, they'll have the advantage on you too because they can see you coming, you know.
Yeah, exactly. But I feel like that's kind of
idea.
Yeah, I feel like people are still going to play it anyway. I love King of the Hill, so I'm going to play it. I'm looking forward to it.
I saw Kenny.
I like your idea though, Jackie, about how you're not really having control, right? So like if you have more players on your team in the circle and they have less, I mean, you would assume that your team would have the control of the ring, right?
Control.
You've got more people in there. So it would force the other team to try and take your team out. I really like that idea. I like that whole concept of actually having control of them.
Yeah.
I like that.
Well, I'm interested to see what the setups look like because the King of the Hill setup, you know, it's the ring is so small. It's a lot easier to find, you know, do double lancering on the choke points coming into the ring. Having that bigger ring just stretches out the area to where the setups are going to be stretched out as well, and keeping it 4v4. It'll be easier to break those setups to get into the ring just because of the size of it.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't normally play King of the Hill too much. I did briefly when they removed the flashbangs. I was okay, but I'm not really accustomed to playing with teams just constantly throwing in flashbang, and it's
get triple flash.
Yeah, it's hard, like, you know, and they spawn in with them, the whole team, and it's just constant. So, you know, between that and then just getting lancered all the time, it's really, especially when you get up to Onyx and Diamond, King of the Hill lobbies, it can be a big headache just trying to have fun.
It is, and I agree, and I I pondered about something in my head, you know, like, because the whole team, you can spawn in with 4 flashbangs, right? in my head, it was just a thing. I'm like, what? I'm wondering, what if they say, oh, 2 people can have flashbangs and the other 2 people have smoke, so that you would eliminate it being triple or quadruple
and
flashbang.
rotate who every time. Yeah,
exactly.
Yep.
So like if 2 people already have their flashbangs, oh well, the other 2 have to go with smokes.
Well,
I was thinking that would be
for that
good.
for that brief time. I believe it was, what was it, Onyx Guard? Was it Op 4 or Op 3 when they pulled the flashes out?
They pulled it out to
remember?
Basically fix them, because they were ridiculously like, you throw a flash and you couldn't see on your screen. It was that bad.
Well, they made them
And people were getting
pickups.
permanently flashed.
So you could just pick them up on the map, and there was 2 of them, and that's it. Or no, you would pick. I think it came with 2 of them, right? When you picked them up, if I remember. Anyway, only one person could pick them up, though. That was much better. It was more manageable. Now it's like it's just it's overused, and anything that limits playstyle, I don't really like. I'd like to have as wide variety of playstyles possible. But okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and continue with this. It says they're adding control to quick play, which will replace King of the Hill. So King of the Hill is coming out of quick play. I guess it'll only be in ranked from now on. It says, oh, okay, this is what I was talking about earlier. To accommodate this change, we've also fixed the control ring locations on many of the maps across Gears 5, which should provide a more polished experience across the game. So hopefully that other people notice that you can, sit on that little corner in different maps, and it seems they've adjusted the ring. Additionally, you can now expect to play Control in over 20 maps in the game. Many of these were originally not playable when Control was a versus event. So they probably got data from the private matches of people playing on the different maps and stuff. Okay, I mean, I'm excited. I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna play both these game modes. I'm hungry for something new. I'm still waiting on Guardian to be in ranked, but I'll do this. I'm always open for something new. Also in the PvP tweaks, it was announced that they will be taking a look at and adjusting the wrap shot. And for everybody that doesn't know about the wrap shot, it's basically a way that you can, when you shoot your Nasher, the shot actually goes around a corner and hits a guy behind cover. I've seen some clips of things that you would think, oh my god, I can't believe that I just got killed here. And the clips are coming from professional games where money is on the line. Yes. So, when you put those 2 things together and you get something that not only is perceived as being unfair, but it is unfair. I mean, you're behind cover. How's this guy a mile away and shooting you behind there? Anyway, they're taking a look at that. What do you think about that, Onyx Guard?
I mean, since I think this operation, wrap shots have been ridiculously a high amount of them. Like, everyone's doing them. I mean, even I abuse it because it's how ridiculous it is. You can literally bend like a wall. You got like a wall this sort of thin, and then you got walls this big, and you can still do it. It's unbelievable. But the way they're changing it, I believe they're making the spread wider when you sort of do a wrap shot, so it basically makes it less accurate, which is fair, but it shouldn't affect anything else, like strafing or using reaction shots. But the wrap shot, it's a good move, don't get me wrong, but the way it's abused on like huge cover is just ridiculous. I saw Matt Adrenaline post a clip on Twitter, and it was unreal how much the bullets are sort of just curve around the wall. It's unreal.
Yeah, and somebody actually posted their own video subtweeting to his tweet, and it was on District, and where the Talon spawns, and the front of that, there's those 2 big windows, but then there's that piece of cover right there. A guy wrap shotted him all the way. This guy's right here, this guy's right here, and he just downs him dead. Yeah. That was the first time I've ever seen anything like that. I was like, wow, that's crazy.
So that sounds
that's too much.
The damage of the shotgun is being affected there, because normally when you're that far away, you can't really chunk people. I wonder if just the mechanics of the game is reading the shotgun differently. It's being closer to the person, maybe, or I don't know. But honest God, are you confident though that as far like it's only going to affect that one shot? You don't think that the patch or whatever they do is going to affect anything else?
I don't think it will affect anything else. I mean, it's a complete reaction shot's completely. It's a similar thing, but you're not shooting around cover. You're shooting off a cover.
Yeah, you're physically turning the camera, so
Yeah.
you're actually getting the person in line with which is different. This wrap shot thing, the gun is not even really pointed at the at the other player.
No.
I when I saw I was under the impression that they were talking about just like a simple reaction shot over the thin covers, you know, when you're face to face with someone, like they're directly on the other side of the cover, and you just kind of do an up A and then hit them behind that cover, and you keep going forward. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was referring to as a wrap shot. And then I saw these clips of what you guys are talking about of it being not those thin covers, but the very thick ones, and one-shotting people around those.
It's crazy.
And so that's going to be for Tuesday, right, Onyx Card?
Yeah, it should be in Tuesday.
Tuesday's going to be a big day.
I'm excited.
Me too.
I can't wait.
Okay.
I think a lot of us can't wait and are excited.
We got some Horde stuff. We got a Horde event, Escape from Kadar. I don't see any type of there's no challenge. Wait, here it is. Okay, there's a Palace Guard weapon set that will be available for the Horde event. We got Hollow Stormed, win one match in Nexus Siege Horde event. Heroes of Nexus get 15 Locust boss eliminations. Lambent Pandoni. Wait, I can't talk. Pandemonium. Pandemonium. Yes, Pandemonium. Get 30 Lambent eliminations in the Nexus Siege Horde event. And then the Queen's Guard get 50 Palace Guard eliminations. And I guess you get a Palace Guard weapon set. I haven't seen it, but I'm assuming it's nice. And then we have quite a bit of patch notes here for the PvE, which is decreased damage on some of the enemies, increased damage. But I think the biggest announcement of this was the Locust coming to Horde.
Yeah.
And there's going to be some new bosses, apparently. What's your thoughts on that, Onyx Card?
Well, there's 5 new bosses. We've obviously seen them before, but not in Gears 5 or Gears 4, so it'd be interesting. They showed 2 of the bosses already. You got Khan and you got Jamad, and they're pretty OP characters to come against in Horde. It's every 2 waves as well, the bosses are, so it's even more intense. You don't have Null Fabricator. They've also added 15 styles of new enemies, so like the Palace Guard, the Sniper Drone, there's Lambent in there as well, and they even Exploders now, which is good. It's what fans have been asking for many operations, even
since the beginning, really.
Yeah, it's a massive change they've done, which is brilliant. I mean, Margaret Shannon's done a fantastic job on it. He's highly dedicated to Horde. He's made little tweaks on cards and stuff that are weak, and he made them stronger, which is good. But I'm excited to play it. It's Locust, man. Locust are the MVP. They always will be. They just look more gritty and just all around. I think it's better than Swarm, in my opinion. They have that look.
I
can't wait to dive into it.
They have more personality as well. I don't know why, but the Swarm are just kind of, they're more generic to me. I don't know if it's, again, nostalgia, but the Locust, each character, their character model really captures a personality for me, I guess. I don't know. It might be from playing the campaign and stuff, but I know that everyone's been asking for it since Gears 4. Everybody wants Locust in the Horde. I'm glad they finally are getting around to doing it. As far as I know, Horde is the biggest player base of the game. Last time Dana spoke about it, I believe he said it was 60% of people that play the game play Horde. So all of us PvP players, we're the minority. I know there's a lot of us that are loud, though. We're a vocal minority, I guess would be the...
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people. There's a few people that make a lot of noise, and it's easy for us to forget because we're in the bubble of PvP that there's a lot of other stuff going on besides what we do. And
Right.
yeah, we're important to them, of course, you know, but at the end of the day, they're going to put a lot of resources into Horde because that's where the player base is. So you can't really
Right.
blame them for that. I'm not the
No,
biggest
and-
Horde guy. I don't know. What do you think? Do you play? You don't play it either, Jackie? You don't play Horde too much?
No,
No.
haven't dived into it yet.
When I played Gears 4, all I played was Horde, 2v2
Yeah.
Nashers, and Escalation. Those were my modes. But I would play Horde for hours and hours and hours on, and I could not get enough of it. So with the new things that with them bringing the new characters in and them having their unique play styles and everything, I'm excited to jump right in. I was excited to see the Sires. And then, whoa, you got to back up because they're just going to come and take you and snatch you away. And it was intense. And so I think I'm going to go back to my old roots a little bit and go into Horde, dive in. And I'm excited.
Well,
I'm really excited
it could
for
be fun if you have a party with you and everybody's talking and it's kind of
Oh,
like
yeah.
a social thing.
Yeah.
And you don't really
Always fun.
you don't have to sweat super hard, and
Right.
so there's that aspect of it.
No screaming. We're all screaming on King of the Hill.
There's a lot.
Sometimes you just like mute.
There's a lot of things on here that I'm not the most familiar with Horde, but for all the different character classes, they've done different updates and stuff to them, different card stuff. I'm not going to go through all of it because I don't even really understand it all, but I don't know. I mean, might as well try it when it comes out and just see how it is,
Absolutely.
And then the last thing here, everybody's favorite TCA program. Apparently, we're going to be getting our TCA Lancers. When we created the Coalition Army, we wanted to provide a platform for up-and-coming creators to share content and build their following from Gears. To celebrate these players who have joined the TCA program before April 27th, we'll be granting your account the TCA Recruit Lancer. If you haven't joined the program by April 27th, fear not, we'll be granting the Recruit Lancer again at a later date. And for those who have reached the ultimate goal of becoming partner, we'll also be granting the TCA Accommodation Lancer, which is the same from, I think, Honest Card, is this the same from Gears 4?
Yeah, so a lot of people had that one. I had that one for charity work and stuff. It's a nice skin, but I like how they've done it for this one. Just having it for partners. I mean, they kind of need something.
Yeah.
In the program.
Now, I originally, when the Coalition Army program came out, I registered for it, but I never received any confirmation. So I don't know if I'm in it or not until I get my Lancer. I guess I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
What about?
I
did you
the
do
same
it?
thing. I did not get a confirmation.
Did you did too, Jackie?
Mhm.
Really? Well, maybe we'll all get it. Who knows? We'll do a 4-stack and we all can have our
nice.
white
That'd be
Lancers.
cool.
Honest Guard will have a real one though. He'll have the gas. He'll have the partner gas.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, at least they're doing something for us that have tried to get into it, and maybe this is the beginning of something new where they're gonna have even more support for the people that are in that program. Shine, I'd imagine you're gonna get yours, considering they hosted you and you kind of have more of a line of communication with them, so they're aware of you. Me and Jackie, though, we might be
I'll
out
have to
on
borrow
that.
yours.
Yeah, we might have to wait for you to die, then I'll pick it up.
Share it.
I'll just follow you around the map until he gets you, and I'll pick it up.
I was absolutely honored to have been asked, to
Of
even
course.
have been reached out and said, we would like to host you in honor of International Women's History Month. Just do your own thing, do stream as you normally would. To even get a tweet out from the Gears of War page itself meant the world to me.
Well, and it's
Lots of
encouraging.
words,
It's
kind of.
encouraging for the rest of us that aren't partners, because normally they only do that for people that are partners.
Yeah.
And you just being a normal streamer, well, that's like a normal streamer, like the rest of us. Well, minus Onyx Guard. Okay, he's got his own little secret
Okay.
stash. But just the possibility of the coalition tweeting out a normal streamer, that is a big step forward. And it's something
I
that
would've lost
I've been
words.
waiting for. I've said before, all they have to do is use their platform to promote a streamer and then just host them once a week. and that would do so much for us.
That'd be awesome.
I think it would grow the community even more.
Oh
It
yeah.
would bring people who haven't been to
Yep.
someone's channel to their channel.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you host up somebody different every now and then, and it just brings the community together, gets more people out there and known, more people to meet. I think it would be an amazing idea. Brilliant idea.
And
honestly.
show the our side of Gears, which they normally
Right.
are more supportive towards the competitive players, but
Mhm.
there's also us that have fun play. You know, we're played seriously, but we're much looser than the comp guys. You know, that they really take every game super seriously.
Yeah.
And I think that alienates a lot of people that love Gears and they love to play, but they just don't want to take it that seriously. And just to give us, like, the
Just having
regular
fun.
people, just any
Yeah.
type of support, it would make a huge difference.
It brightened my day and week, and it's just I
Yep.
pondered about it, and I'm like, why me? You know, like there's all these amazing people out there, but I was just so humbled and honored to have even been asked. So thank you, TC, for extending your hand and asking me to be a part of it.
Okay, and then that's it for this. The conclusion is, and that is about it for Drop 2. Look out for our full patch notes and the dedicated TWIG This Week in Gears next Monday. So, you know, I guess we'll do this all over again. Next Monday should be very interesting, considering that's the day before the update, the day before the new map. I mean, you know, this is the most excited I've been for Gears in months, probably since the Nexus and Regency. Things have
Right.
kind of died down after that. Now we're finally getting another map, new characters. The coalition seems to be making steps in the right direction, as far as, you know, my personal opinion.
Yeah.
I'm very encouraged for where they're going. So Shine, you put some questions out there on Twitter.
I did.
How would you gauge the community's response to everything new that we've seen?
For the most part, good. I had put a tweet out to the PvP side of the community, and I asked 3 questions. The first question was, what do you like so far about PvP? Just generalize, what do you like about it? What are you excited about? All that stuff. My second question was, what do you wish to see in the future? Just to kind of give TC some ideas, if you will. People have ideas. So I figured, oh, why not ask? Someone might have something really awesome, you know, to share. Number 3, it was, is there anything you would keep or change in regards to the current state of PvP and why? Because, you know, you see Twitter, you see people really happy about something, you see somebody really upset about something. So I had asked for some constructive feedback. I got a really, really good amount of people that commented on it. I'd like to read a couple off, and maybe we could discuss it. Right here, all right. G. Lambent Hammerburst B. His reply to question number 1, which was, what do you like so far about PvP? His answer was, it's the ideal experience, have the intensity needed to get my attention, and has a skill set needed to excel. His answer to question 2 of what do you wish to see in the future for PvP, was, he said innovation, not saying change, but core. Every title hasn't done much to make each title unique, really. Let me read that again. Innovation, not saying change, but the core. But every title hasn't done much to make each title unique, really, if that makes any sense to you guys.
I mean, I understand that, but Gears itself is unique, so
Yes.
it's kind of hard because you have nothing to compare it to.
Right.
So it's other than the older games. There is a continuity across all the games where certain mechanics function similarly. Timing's a little different, but as far as like angles and the way that you play with teammates, that transfers across all the games. I could see it. I mean, just like everybody here, we all play the game a lot, and
Every day.
I can see it where, going through the same thing for years and years and years.
It's tedious.
It could make your opinion of that, but you always have to remember that there's no other game like Gears. So, you know, because of that, there's certain things that are just going to be, it's always going to be that way.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully they'll just take those core elements and refine them into where they work better and they're more consistent. Maybe that's always been a complaint for Gears, is the inconsistency of certain things. But as far as like trying to make a game that is so much different than the older titles, they're going to run into issues there, because at some point there's a line that if you cross it, it's just not Gears anymore.
Right.
So
and you want to keep Gears,
mm-hmm.
in its unique own way, you know.
And I think the
developers
now
talk about Battle Royale.
They're really making an effort to listen to the community and make adjustments and try to figure out what is going to be that next step forward. That it's still a Gears game, it still has a Gears feel, but it's, you know, into the future. It's, you know, that's, I guess that's the balance they're looking for. I don't know. I mean, I understand that where they were coming from with that comment, though, for sure.
Right. And then there's also a lot of people in the community that have said, oh, you know, like a battle royale would be nice. And I'm sure all of us have even heard, you know, the Nick Merck's comments and, you know, what they were talking about there with the battle royale, how they would definitely come back to Gears with the battle royale. But I think to me, the closest thing to a battle royale, Wingman, right? There was more teams. A lot of people were saying, you know, they really want Wingman back. It was chaos. And all, you know, so I don't know if like in my opinion, a full on battle royale, like a Warzone or something like that, I don't think that's uniquely Gears, because Gears has never been that way.
Well, there's always going to be a problem with the weapons. If you land and have no weapon, there's not enough weapons in Gears. They would have to have a tiered Lancer, for instance, like, you know, bronze, silver, gold Lancer, with the gold one being stronger than, and then you get into balance issues with the game and stuff. As far as Wingman goes, though, I believe, Honest Guard, I've heard that they have a problem with spawn points with that or something. Have you heard anything from them about Wingman? Or why they haven't brought it in?
Not to my knowledge, no. I mean, I know the last thing I heard of it was on a dev stream, and it was Dana saying that they're not doing Wingman. But, but they've said no to things before, and it's popped up out of nowhere, out the blue. So I always think of it as, if a dev says no, it's not 100%. It's just they've been told to say no. You know what I mean?
And there's a process they have to go through as well. As many people should know and understand. You know, like we don't have their job. We don't know what kind of processes and steps that they have to take in order to be able to do these certain things. So, you know, it's a process, and we just have to trust, you know, them doing their jobs the best that they can. And, you know, we'll just give constructive feedback. That's the biggest thing for me, in my opinion. Just give them the constructive feedback. Obviously, they're going to look at it one way or another, and they'll take it in. But, you know, let them do what they need to do and what they have to do. We don't know all the steps that they have to take.
You got anything else? You got another one there?
Yeah, there's another one. Yep.
One more.
There's one more. Okay, let's see here.
Pick a good one.
I know, there's a lot of good ones. There was somebody that said something about a battle royale, but like I said, I don't think it's uniquely Gears to have a battle royale. I think the closest thing to a battle royale was Wingman.
Or free for all as well, but.
And free for all, absolutely free for all. And that's another thing I wanted to touch base on really quickly, if you don't mind. I personally miss having what was it? It was 12 man, right?
14.
It was 12 people.
It was 12?
Or no, 18.
It was 14, wasn't it?
14.
Yeah.
Sorry, brain fart.
Yes.
Happens often. 14. So I miss having the 14 Chaos Mayhem free for all. I loved it. I'm not saying that I don't love the 8-man, but I feel like it's much more chaotic and fun and intense where we had more players in free for all.
Well, depending on the map you're on too. If you're on these giant maps and there's 8 players, it's a ghost town a lot of times.
Right,
You'll run
exactly,
around,
like
there's
war
nothing, and then
room.
all of a sudden there's someone behind you. It's, I don't know, maybe.
I miss playing on core.
Yeah.
Like, I loved the intensity and chaos of it all. I did. All right, let's see here. I just wanted to touch base on that a little bit. Okay, so somebody here, Napalm Savage 77. He said, I don't really have any dislikes, to be honest. The game is fine once you adapt. He also said it would be nice to see the return of 5v5s in some capacity, like a mosh pit playlist. And then he said maybe to adjust or / remove the delays on shots and speed the game up.
Well,
so
that's tough though.
This was his reason. He had a reasoning. He said, because he had just come back to Gears, he said just awkward at times to come back to Gears and feel how slow it currently plays in comparison to most other games on the market. But that's preference, though. I enjoy quicker pacing, was his reasoning behind what he said.
Interesting. Well, I know that they've, not only did they slow the game down because the professional players were asking for it, but I believe that it's difficult to watch Gears for someone that doesn't play it, to be introduced to it. And if it's, like super fast movement, it's even harder to watch. So if they can slow that down to where a normal person can come in and just see it and appreciate it for what it is, that will help the game. But, for us, though, that are experienced players, the fast movement's good because, like, for me, I would use fast movement like Gears 3, Gears 4.
Yeah.
If you mess up, like you're in a gunfight and a Nasher battle and you like miss your shots or whatever, you could use movement to get out of trouble. Whereas now it's so slow. If you make a mistake, you're done. Like, if you misroll,
weapon swap.
Oh God, I know. I forgot about that.
So slow.
It's so slow.
Just pick it up a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little bit. That I do not like. The weapons swap. That is terrible. Hopefully they'll adjust that eventually. I don't know how the pros feel about it, but I don't know. Those are great questions. Though we'll have to reach out again next week to see if we can get some more input from the community. That's great. Now, guys, I'm going to bring in a brand new segment. This is going to be called Just the Tip with Chase, and he brings in tips for the game. So if you want to get better, this is how you do it. You listen to this man. We'll be right back.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Chase, and today I am bringing you guys a useful tip for Gears 5, and I'm going to use it here on the bot here, and then I'll talk about it. So as you guys can see, this is a change that happened recently, and a lot of you guys probably already know about this if you follow like the tuning changes and such that happen in Gears, but this is a move that was brought back recently that was only ever possible in Gears 2, and they never brought it back until, like I say, recently. In Gears 5, you can now do this where you cancel a slide, and you guys can see my controller inputs there. I cancel a slide, pull back on the left stick to cancel it, and then I hold down LT, and you can take a left-hand advantage. And this is so useful if you're pushing, obviously, if you're pushing someone that has right-hand advantage, but you want to, still play aggressively on them. 9 times out of 10, being able to do this is so useful, and it's a change that I'm glad to see. Dumbass bot. Anyways, it's a change that a lot of us are happy about. I don't know anyone that's not happy about this change, and I hope that they actually allow this to be a thing in Gear 6 too, because it is just very nice to be able to cancel a slide and have left-hand advantage like this. So, anyways, it's been your boy Chase with Just the Tip. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.
So, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the SnackBar podcast. We will be back again next week. If you did enjoy it, please hit that subscribe button. Hit it, if you liked it, hit the like button. Turn those notifications on. We will be back next week. I'm not sure exactly when. We're going to have new information on all of the updates coming on Tuesday. And hopefully we will see you then. Jackie Quacky, Shine, Onyx Guard. Hopefully we'll be back next week.